I'm Susan. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I prepared for our big 6-week expedition. And I will also take you from Sugarcreek, Ohio to Potato Creek State Park in Indiana. So stay tuned. Planning a trip of this magnitude requires a lot of preparation. I used old-fashioned paper maps and atlases, as well as Google Maps and the RV Parky app. We listened to Undaunted Courage by Stephen Ambrose on Audible to set the mood for our trip. Captain Merriweather Lewis truly exemplifies how critical preparedness is to success. Yes, I know I'm a bit of a history nerd, but I love this stuff. One of the ways Captain Lewis prepared for success was by anticipating food shortages. He was planning an expedition of unknown duration into an unknown territory and wisely had some strategies for dealing with all of these unknowns, by caching food stores along the route for the return trip, by bringing enough gear to hunt or fish, and by bringing enough spices and fats to enhance the foods they had. In my opinion, one of his genius add-ons was provisioning the expedition with 150 pounds of portable soup. The journals from the expedition show that while in the Bitterroots, the expedition members dined on this portable soup for 7 straight days in September 1805. Now, this soup had no super fans on the expedition, but it did keep them alive in the absence of heartier, tastier fare. On our expedition, we did not encounter food shortages, but inspired by Captain Lewis, I did create a recipe for what I call expedition soup that was quite tasty. I anticipated that we might not always have easy access to grocery shopping and that we might run out of certain fresh ingredients. So I prepared for these conditions by planning out my menus and stocking my pantry before setting out on our trip. We would always have enough basic ingredients for our meals, even if we were missing a few fresh enhancements. I typed up all of my recipes and added them to my Dropbox account, as well as bringing along printed copies. I kept these printed recipes in my captain's log, which was always at the ready. Before we go to bed, we have to check our list and think about what we ate today. How many plants did we have? Did we have any bananas or blueberries or potatoes? What about beans or kale? You know we love kale. All right, I'm going to keep checking these off. Okay, I think we have 15 plants today. That's pretty good for a travel day. Some of you may ask, why are you counting plants? What's the point? I get it, I really do. Gut health is the point, to build up diversity in my microbiome. Your gut microbiome plays a role in digestion, metabolism, and inflammation. The bacteria in our gut affect everything, from our digestion to our mental health. Studies indicate that our gut health plays a huge role in our overall health. I'll leave a few links in the description box if you want to read more about it. So when I'm traveling, with all the details I have to manage, it's easy to lose track of healthy eating. So I incorporated a regular exercise of plant counting to keep tabs on my daily and weekly progress. this is a complete picture of the back end. So we have one bin here with some miscellaneous items for when we are setting up camp with our canopy and such. And then that bag on top of it is my husband's clothing bag. He doesn't carry much. You can see our chairs and our two small tables are nestled in nice and tight. And here's a view of the back end of the car from the passenger side rear door. You can see we have our jackets stacked on top of those bins. They look pretty neat now. They do get a bit messy. And over here we have our food area. So we have 2 bags of supplies that I packed from home, predetermined for meals I plan to make. So when we're shopping, we're just replenishing with fresh items, perishables. And then here is a sneak peek at all of our handy portable snacks and items that make up our nibbles and lunches and dinners when we are out of pocket, kind of hiking in the parks and whatnot. Down here is where I keep my shoes in zippered bags, and my husband keeps more of his stuff. We have a very big trash bin, which, strange as it sounds, we really love. And behind there, the driver's seat, we keep another 6-gallon water jug. And in the door here, for being very handy when we stop for roadside lunches, I keep a towel that I can roll out on top of a bin for a quick tablecloth, some paper towels, and our handy wash-up bottles, one with water and one with vinegar. And that has been really a great idea. It worked out great so far. Okay, here's the view from the rear driver's side. You can see the other 6-gallon water jug. And this is our breakfast bag, nice and handy. Welcome to my kitchen. Today is day 3 of our 6-week cross-country trip, and I look as tired as I feel because we have driven almost 300 miles today, and we didn't start our trip today until around 11 o'clock. We had a scheduled service appointment at the New Camp Service Center in Sugarcreek, Ohio, which is across the street from what I call the mothership, the factory where our beautiful camper was manufactured. Nonetheless, we're hungry and it's late, but we're having dinner and I'm cooking it. Tonight's an easy one. It's what I call Greek salad, a little bit heartier than just greens. So I have the first portion, which are these items on my stove. Over here, I have a 2-burner propane stove, and I'm cooking some vegetarian field roast sausages, and then I am going to cook some couscous. After these cook, then I will take you outside and show you how I assemble the rest of the ingredients, and that will be tonight's dinner. A little bit of Italian seasoning and a little bit of cumin. I'm going to let that simmer for about 15 minutes. Meanwhile, the veggie sausages are cooked to perfection. Go ahead. Okay, a can of garbanzo beans. Just going to drain those. And then I'm going to cook up a couple of these in the pan with the sausages and a little bit of spice. The same spices I used for the couscous. Okay, very simple ingredients out here. I've got a bit of a cucumber. I'm going to dice that up. This is dinner for 2. Uh-oh, I hear rain. That's not good. And then I've got a jarred roasted red pepper here, which I love. And then we have some already sliced black Kalamata olives. Delicious, one of our favorites. And then I bought this super greens. 5 baby greens, red and green Swiss chard. I don't know how to pronounce that. Tatsoi, arugula, and spinach. So this and the couscous will be the base of our Greek bowl. And then on top we have some feta cheese that we will add, as well as some olive oil and a little bit of Maldon sea salt and a little bit of tahini, maybe some honey as well. We'll see. that's it. All right, you hear the thunder in the background, so I'm going to do this ahead of time. I'm going to just preload the bowls out here, and when the couscous is ready inside, I will add that to it. But I want to get all this stuff put away before the rain. So there we have our greens, and I'm going to put a little bit of cucumber in each bowl. It's not going to be pretty tonight, but it's going to taste pretty good. That's all that really matters. In my book, anyway. That. And then we have some Kalamata olives. Put them in there. We can fight over who got more when we're inside. And some feta cheese. It's just us, so I'm going to use my fingers. I don't want to dirty another spoon. Told you it was going to be a quick dinner. Nice and easy. And then, oh, I should have brought a towel out. Put a little hummus right in there. Might as well use up the rest of this. There you go. Yummy. Okay, that's gone. It's a new jar of tahini, so I have to stir it up a little bit. And then I'll just put a little drizzle. Now, my husband does not want oil on his, but I do. Want a little bit. So I will dress it. Guess this one's mine. There you go. Just a little bit. And now, finishing touch. It's not the proper container, but I like a little bit of Maldon sea salt. And I think that's everything except for the chickpeas, the sausages, and the couscous. And I will put those in the bowls in the camper because I think it's going to rain and I want to get this all cleaned up. So that's it for now. Here's the finished product, all plated. We have some warm couscous, the warm sausage, warm chickpeas on top of all the other ingredients. The greens, cucumbers, roasted red peppers, olives, feta cheese, tahini, olive oil, and a little bit of salt. And the spices I used were garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, some Italian seasoning, and a little bit of paprika on the chickpeas because I love paprika. So I'm ready to dig in. Looks delicious. Tabby, here we are, the end of another day. Such a long day today. I don't know about you, but I'm very tired. Dinner was delicious, but it's pretty late, and I think we should get ready for bed. But first, let's do our plant count. Let's take a look at the different foods we had today. And let's see, we had some melon with breakfast. I wasn't very hungry for lunch, so I had fruit and I had a blueberry muffin. But dinner, oh boy, that was lots of vegetables. I had my greens, and I had the roasted red peppers and the olives and the cucumbers, and I had chickpeas and couscous and a little bit of tahini, which is sesame seed. And I had some olive oil. The feta cheese is not a plant, so we can't count that. But I don't know what that adds up to yet. I'll figure that out later. And I think we'll ask our friends to guess how many plants we had today. And I will tell you later. I know, I see you've got your marshmallows out, but you know what? I'm really too tired tonight. And I think it's going to rain. It's been threatening to rain. So I think we'll just sit by the fire, drink some of our tea. That's my favorite tea. I love it. Oh, what do you have there tonight? Have a little sip of yours. Okay, let's have you get ready for bed, and we'll say goodnight to our friends. Good night, friends. That's it for today. If you like this video and want to ride along on this adventure, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. I really appreciate that. And tune in next time to see where we're going and what's cooking.